Hi, I'm Caroline and I'm here with our Sweet Caroline Gingerbread House Kit. I would love to show you everything that you get, and also I will be making a gingerbread house with you. So there is a bag of royal icing dry mixture, an instruction sheet. Here we have our gingerbread house pieces, 2 fronts, or a front and a back, 2 roofs, 2 sides. We give you 2 piping bags, also a cake board, and we have a beautiful selection of lollies here which we have hand picked. So we've got mustics, raspberry bullets, raspberries, freckles, spearmint leaves, candy canes, Smarties, tubes, jelly beans, and licorice all sorts. And by the way, these are all of my favourites. So I have made my royal icing, and one thing that I really wanted to show you was the desired consistency. Now, what we really want to look for is when you take the spatula out of the bowl, you just want that icing just to fall off, not drizzle off, just like that. This is perfect. So if you have hand beaters or a stand mixer at home, we do recommend using this. This will add air to your royal icing, which really just helps to give you that perfect consistency. Okay, so now we're going to put the royal icing into the piping bag. If you've never used one of these before, the best way and the less messy way is to open it like this, hold it on the base, and then take a nice big scoop of your royal icing and just pop it in the top there. Looks a bit messy on the top, but what we'd really like to do is keep these bits clean here. So now, so we've got this top bit and we're ready to go. So it's time for us to start decorating our house. What we love to do is stick on our lollies while our gingerbread is flat. Gravity is a thing, so we find that if we stick everything on and then assemble our house, we get the best result. So now we're going to cut the tip of the piping bag, and what I would recommend is to only cut a tiny tip off. You can always cut more. You obviously can't cut less, so let's start small. Now, before we cut, there's a really great tip. If you see our piping bag here, it's flat on this side and flat on this side. What we would like to see is the seam of the piping bag facing up. Now, if we cut here, what this actually does, and you'll see how small I'm cutting, tiny amount. What this actually does is gives you a really circular tip. Before I start to pipe on my pieces of gingerbread, if you have a little piece of baking paper, you can have a little practice. It's always nice just to have a little play around, see if you would like to cut the tip a little bit bigger, and just get a little bit of confidence with the bag. So we've got all of our lollies ready to go, and please feel free to add in whatever you like. This is your house, but what I'm going to do now is recreate this house, and this is the front, which I've made ahead of time. So let's get started on the front. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the door first of all. Now this can be as big as small as you like. What I've decided to do here is some little dots with our bag, just to make it look like there's some perhaps some fairy lights go. And of course, a little door handle. Next thing, what I would actually do is I would start to just pop my lollies where I think I might like them. Because what we can do is just kind of move things around and stick them on at the last minute. What else have we got? Got a little freckle, Smartie, and some mustics, and some Smarties. I'm going to find 2 pink ones here. Okay, now I am really happy with this design. So what I'm going to do now is start sticking these on. So let's perhaps start from the base and work up. So just a little squeeze onto the lolly and then stick it on. Now the candy canes don't need a lot. A little bit along here. And then just pop it down. And some of our smaller lollies, like perhaps the Smarties, instead of putting the icing onto the lolly, you may just like to pop the icing onto the gingerbread and then stick on the lolly. Because these small ones can be a little bit more tricky to pick up. So now that we've stuck everything on, what I would do is leave this for minimum 10 minutes before I moved on to the next step, just to make sure everything is nice and dry. Now to keep things clean while you are decorating your house, here's another tip. Because there's a hole in this piping bag, if you would just like to squeeze it a little bit, let's just push the icing back a little bit. And we're just going to fold that tip so it doesn't come out. And perhaps I've just got these scissors here. Just lean it so that the icing isn't just coming out of the bag. So the next thing that we're going to do is decorate the roof. And I'd like to show you how we decorate our roofs in the Sweet Caroline kitchen. Now, what we will need for this is a thicker line of icing. Now to do that, and I do have 2 piping bags, so I can have one a smaller tip and one a larger tip, but we're just going to cut a little bit more off here. And what that's going to do is just give us a thicker line. Now to make this design, we're going to start at one end and drag our icing along. Another line and another line. Then we're just going to turn this around and we're going to do it again. So you can see how much thicker this icing is compared to the door, which was nice and thin. So after we've got this one, just going to place a couple of little spots of icing in between, and here's our Smarties. We like to try what we're going to do here is just pop one Smartie onto every cross and to every little spot of icing. This is one of our favourite things to do in our kitchen. And I would leave this for 10 minutes before I moved on to the next step. So we have decorated our front, back, the roofs and also the sides, so it's time to assemble the house. Now we need to take our cake board, and I do need a thicker line of icing. So again, with that tip up the top here, I'm just going to cut a tiny bit more. And this is where the consistency of the icing is very, very important. We like to say that your icing thickness needs to be the thickness of toothpaste. Where a lot of people go wrong is their icing is very, very runny, and then they go to stick their houses together and there's no icing left. It's all run down. So this is what is cementing our house together. So let's start with our front panel, and what I'm going to do is just pipe a nice thick line on the back here and on the base. And we're just going to stick this on the board. Now, if you have another pair of hands, they can help you stick this up, hold this up, or you might just like to just sort of lean it against yourself a little bit. Here's our sides of the house, and we're just going to pop some icing here. And push the side in and down onto the board, and we're just going to nice and quickly do the same on this side, and then we're going to repeat what we did on the front on the back. Okay, and then we're just going to push it together. And this is where also, before it dries, because this will dry very, very quick, is to just check that you've got it nice and straight. If you'd like to move it around, you can. But here's the base of our house. So once your base is assembled, I would wait 10 minutes before I moved on to the next step, just so that these it's all nice and dry. If you would like to fill your house with lollies and chocolates before you put on the roof, we really do want to make sure that this foundation is extra dry. So if you're doing that, I would wait perhaps 30 minutes before I moved on to the next step. It's time now to put our roof on. So you can see this is nice and dry. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to pop 2 lines of icing on the top of the house. Now this is all it needs. Okay, and then we just take our roofs, stick them on, press them down a little bit and press them into each other. Now you might just want to check that you've got a really nice layer of overhang on both sides, but this is looking good. And what you can do is just for perhaps a minute is just either just pinch this or just have your hands here just to make sure that this roof doesn't slip. After a minute or 2 it will be perfectly fine, but I would wait 10 minutes before I moved on to the next step, which is icing on the top. So finally, we are going to put some finishing touches on our house. And what I'm going to do now is just pipe some icing along the top here. And we might start to stick some lollies as well. Okay, and then we might pop our raspberries on. Now to make sure, I've got 5 here, so to make sure these are nice and even, this is what we do in the kitchen. Is we put 1 at each end, 1 in the middle, and then we'll fill in the blanks here. Okay, that really just, lifts it. What we might do now is, it's really up to you. Or actually, personally, I don't think you can have a gingerbread house without spearmint leaves. So let's stick these on. Maybe a little bit of icing on the side and the bottom. So let's pop these on here. And another thing, actually we haven't used many jelly beans. So why don't what we could even do, just to make this really, really cute, is just pipe some icing along the back here. Might be quicker than actually sticking everything on individually. We can just sit these things on here. And of course, there's no rules. If you don't want to stick anything on and you want to heat it instead, that's absolutely fine. Finally, we are going to decorate some icing around the edges of our house. Now we have a little saying in our kitchen, and that is, it can snow wherever you want it to. So now we're just going to put a little bit of pressure on this bag. It's just a little zigzag of icing. Some people, you might like to do little droplets like this. And here is our decorated house.